Your soulmate wants to stay with you forever, but there's one condition, my beloved child, stop for a moment. Something extraordinary is trying to reach your heart right now. The universe has been whispering to you in ways you might have ignored, nudging you gently toward a hidden truth that has been waiting for this exact moment in your life. You see, not everything is visible to the eyes. Some blessings, some connections, are veiled, waiting for your soul to recognize them. Today, a divine message flows directly to you, as if the cosmos itself has conspired to illuminate a secret you were always meant to know. Your soulmate wants to stay with you forever, but there's one condition. Yes. Feel the weight of that. The energy surrounding this revelation is tender, yet profound, because it's not just about love, it's about the alignment of your soul with destiny, the hidden timing the universe has orchestrated for your heart. There is something sacred here, a pattern of connection, a thread of fate, guiding you silently but insistently. You might have felt pauses, moments of hesitation, or even longing. These were the universe preparing you to receive this message. Your soulmate's presence is not just a coincidence, it is a reflection of your inner growth, a mirror of your divine readiness. But the universe speaks in gentle riddles. The one condition is not a punishment. It is the sacred key to unlock a harmony that has been quietly waiting for your understanding. Imagine a door that opens only when your heart is truly aligned, when your spirit recognizes the sacred bond meant to last forever. That hidden alignment, that moment of awakening, is what determines the eternity of this connection. Right now, your spirit is being called to awaken to something deeper, a truth that has been hidden in plain sight. The whispers of your soul are not random, they are divine instructions, meant to guide you into clarity, into a love that transcends time. Trust this moment. Trust that every pause, every tear, every doubt has been preparing you to witness this revelation. You are not alone. You are being gently led by the unseen hands of the universe toward a destiny that is not only beautiful but inevitable, if you honor the message. If you step into your truth. There is hope, there is clarity, and there is a divine purpose unfolding right before you. Your heart has recognized it, and now your soul is ready to embrace it fully. So stay with me, watch closely, because in the next few minutes, I will reveal the sacred secret that ensures this love remains eternal. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and watch this video until the end to unlock the complete hidden guidance the universe has sent just for you. I also want to pass on a time-sensitive message from the moon to you, and you need to hear it today. A subtle yet powerful energy will push you to make a critical decision by the end of the week. You won't find the answer in your horoscope. So don't bother looking there. Click the link in the description to see your free personalized video moon reading. I was amazed at how accurate my reading was, and I know you will feel the same. Listen carefully, my beloved, for I am speaking to you now. I have watched you longer than you realize. Before your name was spoken by human lips, before your first breath trembled into the world, I knew you. I knew the questions that would haunt your quiet nights. I knew the ache that would visit your heart when love felt distant, confusing, or unfinished. And I knew the longing you would carry, not just for companionship, but for recognition, for a soul that sees you without explanation. You did not imagine that longing. I placed it within you. There is a soul bound to you by purpose, not coincidence. A soul that recognizes your energy even in silence. A soul that feels your presence even when you are far away. This is not fantasy. This is not wishful thinking. This is a sacred alignment that unfolds only when the heart is prepared to receive it. Your soulmate has felt you, even when they could not name you. They have sensed your arrival in their life long before the moment you would meet. They want to stay with you forever, not out of fear, not out of need, but because something eternal within them recognizes something eternal within you. But hear me now. There is one condition. This condition is not punishment. It is not a test designed to make you fail. It is a doorway, and doorways require readiness. Love that lasts forever cannot be built on illusion, and souls that are meant to remain together must meet each other in truth. Your soulmate does not need you to be perfect. I never asked that of you. But they do need you to be real. And more importantly, I need you to be willing. You see, many people ask me for love, yet resist the transformation love requires. They want the warmth, but not the fire. They want the comfort, but not the growth. They want the union, but not the surrender. Your soulmate is not meant to be an escape from yourself. They are meant to be a mirror, a companion on the path, someone who walks beside you as you become who you were always meant to be. The condition is this: you must release the version of yourself that no longer belongs to your future. I know how heavy that sounds. I know how tightly you've held on to old identities, old wounds, old stories about who you are and what you deserve. Some of those stories were never yours. They were spoken over you by people who did not know your worth. Some were shaped by moments of loss, rejection, or disappointment that taught you to shrink instead of expand. But if you carry them forward, they will block what I am trying to bring into your life. Your soulmate cannot fully stay where fear still rules. Love does not thrive where walls are worshipped. I am not asking you to tear yourself apart. I am asking you to lay down what was built in survival mode and step into what is built in faith. I see the way you guard your heart. You call it wisdom, but often it is fear dressed as caution. You learn to protect yourself because being open once hurt deeply. I understand that pain. I was there when you cried in silence, wondering why love felt like something promised to others but withheld from you. I was there when you questioned whether you were too much or not enough. I was there when you tried to convince yourself you didn't need anyone, even though your soul whispered otherwise. But your soulmate does not want half of you. They want the vulnerable parts, the hopeful parts, the trembling parts that still believe in something more. And the condition for staying together forever is not perfection, it is presence. It is the courage to be seen without armor. There is something else you must understand. Your soulmate is growing too. They are not waiting for you in stillness. They are being shaped, refined, challenged. And just as you are being prepared for them, they are being prepared for you. But preparation requires timing. If I were to bring you together before you were ready, love would feel heavy instead of freeing. You would cling instead of trust. You would fear loss instead of celebrating connection. So I have delayed what you thought should have already arrived. Not to punish you, but to protect the bond. Forever is not a small word. Forever requires foundations that can withstand storms, seasons, silence, and change. The condition for forever is not passion alone. Passion fades and returns. The condition is alignment, alignment with truth, with purpose, with me. There are habits I have been asking you to release. Patterns that no longer serve you. Thoughts that quietly sabotage your joy. You already know what they are. I have whispered to you in moments of stillness. I have nudged you through discomfort. I have placed questions in your heart that refuse to go away. These are not accidents. They are invitations. Your soulmate wants to stay with you forever, but they cannot do so if you are still clinging to versions of yourself that were born from pain rather than purpose. Let me be clear, you are not broken. You are becoming. The condition is not that you must change who you are at your core. It is that you must return to who you truly are beneath the fear, beneath the doubt, beneath the masks you learn to wear. The truest version of you is capable of a love that does not beg, chase, or fear abandonment. That version trusts, communicates, forgives, and grows. That version understands that love is not possession, it is partnership. Some of you are afraid that if you let go of control, love will leave. But love that is meant to stay does not require chains. It requires trust. And trust is built when you allow me to lead. I know you want certainty. You want signs, timelines, guarantees. But faith has never worked that way. Faith is not knowing every step, it is taking the next one even when the path is dimly lit. Your soulmate's heart is already connected to yours in ways you cannot yet fully perceive. But the bridge between you is built with obedience, patience, and courage. There is also this truth you must hear: forever does not mean without challenge. It means without abandonment. It means choosing each other again and again, even when growth feels uncomfortable. Even when old wounds surface. Even when silence needs to be navigated gently. Your soulmate is willing to do that work. The question is whether you are willing to meet them there. The condition is not about proving yourself worthy. You were always worthy. It is about agreeing to evolve. I have seen you resist change because change asks you to trust something unseen. But love itself is unseen before it is felt. Just as you cannot see the roots of a tree yet trust they are holding it upright, you must trust the unseen work I am doing in you now. Do not rush this season. Do not curse the waiting. Waiting is not emptiness, it is formation. I am aligning circumstances, healing timelines, removing distractions, and teaching you discernment. Some connections had to end so the right one would not be confused with the wrong. Some doors had to close so you would stop settling for what almost fit. Your soulmate is not meant to complete you. You are already whole. They are meant to walk with you as two complete souls choosing unity. And unity requires honesty, humility, and a willingness to grow beyond old limitations. The condition, my child, is that you must say yes to becoming, yes to healing instead of hiding. Yes to truth instead of comfort. Yes to love without fear ruling your decisions. Yes to letting me guide your heart even when the path feels uncertain. When you say yes, the connection deepens. When you say yes, the timing accelerates. When you say yes, what has been waiting quietly in the spiritual realm begins to move into the physical. Your soulmate is closer than you think. They feel the shifts happening within you. They sense when you choose courage over retreat. They feel lighter when you release what no longer belongs to you. But if you hold on to fear, if you insist on staying the same while praying for something new, the distance remains. Forever is available to you. But the condition is not about them. It has always been about you, and now, as I speak these words into your spirit, there is something specific I want you to consider. Something you have been avoiding, something that keeps resurfacing in your thoughts when the world grows quiet. This is not coincidence. This is the moment where a choice is being placed before you, a choice that will determine how love unfolds from here, because what you do next will either open the door wider or keep it only slightly ajar, and I need you to listen carefully, because the next part of this message is not for everyone. It is for those who are truly ready to hear what I am about to reveal, because what I am about to speak now touches the deepest layer of your soul, the place you rarely let anyone enter, not even yourself. I know the hesitation you feel. It is subtle. But it is there. A quiet resistance that rises whenever you get close to change. You tell yourself you are waiting for the right moment, but beneath that waiting is a fear of losing familiarity. Even pain can feel familiar. Even loneliness can feel predictable. And the unknown, even when it carries promise, can feel frightening. I do not judge you for this. I understand the human heart. I designed it. I know how it clings to what it knows, even when what it knows is limiting its joy. But hear me clearly now, the life you are stepping into cannot be accessed with the mindset you used to survive the past. Your soulmate is not aligned with the version of you that doubts their worth. They are aligned with the version of you that trusts my voice more than old wounds. They are aligned with the version of you that no longer seeks validation through sacrifice or silence. If you try to enter this connection while still carrying unresolved fears, you will misinterpret love as threat and intimacy as danger. That is why I have been urging you, gently but persistently, to look inward. There is a truth you have been avoiding, not because you are weak, but because it asks you to be honest in a way you have not practiced before. You have learned how to be strong for others. You have learned how to endure. You have learned how to give without asking much in return. But love that lasts forever does not thrive on endurance alone. It thrives on mutual nourishment. It thrives when both souls feel safe enough to express needs, boundaries, dreams, and doubts. Your soulmate wants to stay with you forever, but they cannot carry you while ignoring themselves. And you cannot lose yourself while calling it love. The condition is balance. I am calling you out of extremes. Out of overgiving. Out of withholding. Out of loving from fear instead of faith. You do not need to prove your value by how much you sacrifice. You do not need to earn love through suffering. That belief was never from me. That belief was formed in moments when you confused survival with devotion. Let me reveal something important. Love is not meant to cost you your identity. When two souls are truly aligned, they amplify one another. They sharpen one another. They challenge one another gently, with respect and patience. Your soulmate is not looking for someone to save or be saved by. They are looking for a partner who walks beside them, not behind them, not ahead of them. And for that to happen, you must stand fully in who you are becoming. I have noticed the way you sometimes shrink when you feel deeply. You minimize your emotions. You tell yourself you are too sensitive or too intense. But those depths were placed in you for a reason. Your capacity to feel is not a flaw, it is a gateway. It allows you to connect in ways others cannot. But when unhealed, that same depth can lead you to overinterpret, overattach, or retreat too quickly. This is why I am asking you to slow down and listen. Not to the noise around you. Not to the expectations placed on you. But to the quiet truth within you that knows when something is aligned and when it is not. Your soulmate will not require you to abandon your intuition. They will honor it. They will respect it. But you must first learn to trust it yourself. Trust grows when you stop doubting every feeling and start discerning what truly comes from fear and what comes from wisdom. There is another layer to this condition, one that many overlook. You must forgive, not to excuse the past, but to free your future. Unforgiveness ties you to timelines that have already ended. It keeps emotional doors open to experiences that no longer deserve access to you. Your soulmate cannot fully enter your heart if it is still crowded with unresolved pain from others. This does not mean you must forget what happened. It means you must release its authority over you. Forgiveness is not about them. It is about you reclaiming your power. When you forgive, you create space. And space is where love settles, grows, and breathes. Without space, even the most beautiful connection feels suffocating. I want your love to feel expansive, not restrictive. Peaceful, not anxious. Alive, not fragile. You have been asking me for clarity. And I am giving it to you now. The delays you have experienced were not because you were unworthy, but because certain inner doors had to close before the right one could open. Some of you are still emotionally available to people who no longer walk with you. Some of you still replay conversations, imagine alternate endings, or carry guilt that was never yours to hold. This keeps your energy divided. And divided energy cannot sustain forever. Your soulmate needs your presence, not your past. I know you fear that letting go means losing parts of yourself. But I promise you this, what you release was never meant to define you. What is meant for you will not disappear when you grow. It will recognize you more clearly. There is also the matter of trust, not just trust in others, but trust in me. You say you believe, but sometimes you still try to control outcomes. You plan every possibility, prepare for disappointment, brace yourself for loss before it even arrives. This may feel like wisdom, but it is rooted in fear. And fear clouds discernment. When you expect love to fail, you unconsciously create distance, even from those who intend to stay. Your soulmate wants to stay with you forever, but they cannot fight the shadows you refuse to bring into the light. They cannot reassure you endlessly if you do not believe reassurance is possible. This is why I am inviting you into deeper trust, not blind trust, but grounded trust that flows from self-awareness and faith. Let me say this gently, love does not require constant vigilance. It requires presence, You do not need to watch for signs of abandonment when you are aligned with someone who chooses you freely. But you must allow yourself to believe that such a connection is possible for you. Doubt does not protect the heart, it isolates it. I have been working in subtle ways to show you this. Through patterns repeating until you notice them. Through discomfort that pushed you to question old beliefs. Through moments of clarity that arrived unexpectedly. None of this was random. I was guiding you toward readiness, and readiness does not mean having all the answers. It means being open to growth without running from it. Your soulmate will challenge you, not through chaos, but through honesty. They will reflect parts of you that need compassion, patience, and maturity. If you resist that reflection, conflict will feel threatening. But if you embrace it, growth will feel natural. Forever is not built on avoiding discomfort. It is built on navigating it together. The condition, my beloved, is that you must choose awareness over autopilot. You must respond instead of react. You must speak instead of suppress. You must listen not only to others, but to yourself. This is why I have been asking you to pause before acting, to breathe before responding. To question patterns instead of repeating them. These small shifts are preparing you for a connection that is deeper than anything you have known before, and there is something else, something sacred that I have not yet spoken aloud to you. Your soulmate is connected to your purpose, not just your emotions. Not just your desires. But your calling. When you come together, there will be growth that affects more than just the two of you. Your union will inspire others, not because it is perfect, but because it is authentic. Because it reflects healing, commitment, and mutual respect. But purpose-driven connections require alignment with truth. You cannot live out a shared purpose while hiding from yourself. This is why I have been asking you to step into integrity, to align your actions with your values, your words with your intentions. There are choices ahead of you that may seem small, but they are not. How you treat yourself. How you set boundaries. How you honor your needs. These are not side details. They are foundations. Your soulmate is watching, not from a distance, but through the energetic shifts between you. They feel when you choose growth. They feel when you choose fear. They are not judging you, but the connection responds to your choices. This is why I say the condition is not imposed. It is revealed. You are not being tested to see if you are worthy of love. You are being invited to become someone who can sustain it. And now, as you sit with these words, there is a stirring within you. A mix of hope and discomfort. That is how truth often feels when it reaches the heart. Do not ignore it. Do not rush past it. This stirring is a signal that something is awakening, there is one final aspect of this condition that I have not yet explained, and it is the most important of all. It is the one that determines whether forever feels like freedom or like fear, whether love feels like home or like effort. I have waited to reveal it because it requires your full attention, and it requires honesty beyond what you have shown yourself before, because this part will ask you to confront something you have quietly avoided for a very long time. And if you are willing to face it, everything changes, but if you turn away, the cycle continues, and that is why I need you to stay with me here, because what comes next is where the true decision begins, because this final truth is the one that brings everything into alignment, the one that gently but firmly closes the circle that has been forming around you for so long. The last condition is this: you must choose love consciously, not unconsciously. This may sound simple, but it is the deepest work of all. Many people love from habit, from instinct, from unresolved patterns learned in childhood or past experiences. They confuse intensity with intimacy, attachment with devotion, familiarity with destiny. But the love that lasts forever is not accidental. It is intentional. It is chosen again and again with awareness, humility, and care. Your soulmate wants to stay with you forever, but forever is sustained by choice, not chance. You must choose to love when it is easy and when it is challenging. Choose to communicate instead of withdraw. Choose understanding instead of assumption. Choose patience instead of pride. These choices do not diminish passion, they deepen it. They create safety, and safety allows love to grow roots strong enough to withstand time. I am not asking you to force yourself into something unnatural. True love never requires force. But it does require participation, presence, responsibility for your inner world. When you avoid your emotions, when you expect another to carry what you refuse to face, you burden the connection without realizing it. This is where many souls stumble. They wait for love to just work without realizing that love is a living thing. It responds to care. It responds to honesty. It responds to growth. Your soulmate is willing to grow with you. But you must be willing to grow with yourself. There is a part of you that has been waiting to be chosen, not by another person, but by you. Waiting for you to stop abandoning your needs. Waiting for you to stop silencing your truth to keep peace. Waiting for you to stop settling for emotional crumbs when you were created for fullness, when you choose yourself in truth, not in fear or selfishness. You align with the love meant for you. You stop chasing. You stop proving. You start attracting what resonates with your healed state. This is why I have been teaching you discernment. Not everyone who feels familiar is aligned. Not everyone who offers affection can offer stability. Your soulmate's presence will feel different, not overwhelming, not confusing, not anxiety-driven. There will be excitement, yes, but also calm. There will be depth, but also ease. Your nervous system will rest instead of brace itself, but you must allow yourself to recognize healthy love when it arrives. Some of you are afraid of peace because chaos became your reference point. You equated emotional highs and lows with connection. But I am restoring your understanding. Love does not need to hurt to be real. It does not need to be earned through suffering. It does not require you to disappear to be maintained. Forever is not sustained by drama. It is sustained by devotion. And devotion is quiet, steady, intentional. I want you to understand something sacred. Your soulmate does not want to replace me in your life. They are not meant to be your source. They are meant to walk with you as you stay rooted in me. When you expect another human to fill what only I can fill, love becomes heavy. When you allow me to be your foundation, love becomes light. This is why your spiritual alignment matters. Your connection with me shapes how you connect with others. When you listen to my guidance, you avoid paths that would drain you. When you trust my timing, you stop forcing outcomes that are not ready. When you believe my truth about your worth, you stop accepting love that asks you to shrink. Your soulmate will recognize this alignment in you. They will feel safe in your steadiness. They will trust your clarity. They will respect your boundaries because you respect yourself. But this only happens when you stop waiting for love to rescue you and start allowing love to meet you where you truly are. The condition is not about becoming someone else, it is about becoming honest. Honest about what you want. Honest about what you need. Honest about what you are no longer willing to tolerate. Honest about the parts of you that still need healing. I already see the work you have done. I see the nights you questioned yourself. The moments you chose reflection over reaction. The times you didn't have answers but stayed open anyway. None of that was wasted. Every step has been shaping your capacity for the love you are about to experience, and now, the cycle that once repeated itself is coming to an end. You will notice it in small ways at first. You will pause instead of chase. You will speak instead of assume. You will feel grounded instead of anxious. These are signs that the condition is being met, not perfectly, but sincerely. Forever does not require flawlessness. It requires commitment to growth. Your soulmate does not expect you to never struggle. They expect you to be willing to face struggles together. They expect effort, accountability, and kindness, the same things you will receive in return. This is not a one-sided bond. It is mutual, balanced, alive. And as this message comes to a close, I want you to rest in this truth. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. Everything that has unfolded has been preparing you for a love that aligns with who you are becoming, not who you once were. The waiting was not absence, it was alignment. The lessons were not punishment, they were protection. Your soulmate wants to stay with you forever. The condition was never meant to exclude you, it was meant to elevate you. And now that you understand, now that you are aware, the path forward becomes clearer. Walk it with courage. Walk it with humility. Walk it with trust. I am with you in this. I always have been. And as you move forward from here, let these words settle not just in your mind, but in your heart, because this message was not given to rush you, but to ready you, not to pressure you, but to free you. Forever is not something you chase. It is something you step into. Amen.